Hey kids, and welcome to Citipointe Kids Online, and we are in disguise.
Yes, we're dressed up completely different. Let's go trick Amanda a little later on.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Christy, you look incredible. I never even recognized you. I don't think the kids will either.
I'm not Christy, it's me, Pastor Adam.
Oh, right. Pastor Adam, good one.
Seriously, I'm not Christy.
Oh, and I'm not Ruben. Don't worry, Christy, the kids barely recognize you.
Well, anyway, how fun is playing dress-ups? Do you ever play dress-ups at home? Or maybe you put a costume on for a party or something you're doing at school?
Yeah, I love dressing up. You know, I love dressing up as Batman, Spider-Man, and Elsa. Do you know Elsa from Frozen? Let it go.
Okay,
Let it go.
that is a costume I don't want to ever see you in. But hey, you know what the best thing about playing dress-ups is? Is no matter what you look like on the outside, regardless of the wigs, the masks, the costumes, or the face paints, the true you is still hidden underneath.
Oh, face painting. Christy, did you say face painting? We should go do some face painting.
I'm not Christy.
Face painting, face painting. Christy, let's go do some face painting. Let's pop.
All right, let's pop. Hey guys, Pastor Ruben and I are going to do a face paint challenge. Basically, he's going to paint his face, I'm going to paint my face, and we'll see how it all comes up at the end. What do you reckon, Pastor Ruben?
Let's do this.
Let's go into disguise. Let's go.
All right.
That's it, guys. Spider-Man and what are you?
A rabbit.
Of course you are. All right, let's pop.
It was your love that set us alight. Wild and free, we are burning bright. Now we walk free in faith, free to praise the name I named. Whoa, 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 we lift high, the God of light. Whoa, 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 we are wild and burning bright. We are wild and burning bright. Your mystery revealed in love, the hope of glory is Christ in us. Colorful and brave, we live this life. Sons and daughters, children of light. Whoa, 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 we lift high, the God of light. Whoa, 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 we are wild and burning bright. We are wild and burning bright. Kingdom come, for I can defeat love. Great is he that lives free within us. Kingdom come, for what can defeat love? None can defeat love, none can defeat love. Great is he that lives free within us, lives free within us. Christ's love compels us. Whoa, 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 we lift high, the God of light. Whoa, 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 we are wild and burning bright. If not for nails, if not for blood, if not for mercy, if not for love, where would I be? Where would I be? If not for hope, if not for grace, if not for power to take my place, where would I be? Where would I be? For how could I refuse once introduced to your amazing love? Jesus, name above all names, stronger than the grave, stronger than the grave. Savior, jewel of heaven crowned, every knee will bow, every knee will bow. It was my sin that forced the nails, but you forgave as your breath filled. On bended knees, on bended knees, holding high my chains undone, from death to life our God has won. For I am free, for I am free. For how could I refuse once introduced to your amazing love? Jesus, name above all names, stronger than the grave, stronger than the grave.
Amanda.
Oh, hey, Danny.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
So good. Just thought I'd pop over because the boys are off painting their faces.
Painting their faces?
Yes. Something about disguises.
That could explain why today's power verse is all about appearances. Let's have a look. 1 Samuel 16:7. God judges persons differently than humans do. Men and women look at the face, but God looks into the heart.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. So that means that no matter what we look like or how we behave, the truth of who we are is actually on the inside.
So true.
We should try read that with the kids.
Yeah, let's do it. 1 Samuel 16:7. God judges persons differently than humans do. Men and women look at the face, God looks into the heart. That's right. You could look as pretty as a princess, but if you have nastiness and judgment in your heart, then God can see that, and that's ugly.
Yeah, that's so true. Well, I might actually go check on what the boys are doing, see if they're finished painting their faces.
Oh, well, if you're headed that way, could you give Pastor Ruben his challenge?
Yeah, sure. What is it? Is it juggling eggs? Is it eating something really gross like bugs?
Surprisingly, not this week, but we actually got one from Coco, Daisy, Freddie, and Mira, and he will need this.
Yeah, interesting. All right, well, I'll go hand this to him. Are you ready to pop?
Let's pop.
Hey, Jacinta.
Oh, hi, Pastor Ruben.
Hey, I've been dared to do ballet in a tutu, and I thought you'd be the person to come to.
I guess I can show you a few moves today.
Great.
Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is
Yeah.
you're gonna come all the way up on your toes and give me lots of little pretty steps, arms above your head, nice and rounded. Do you reckon we can give that a go?
I'll try.
Awesome, arms
So,
above your head, and give me some nice soft arms, nice and delicate. Oh, beautiful. Okay, the next thing that I'm gonna show you is you're gonna extend your arms out to the side and lift your leg behind nice and straight. This is called an arabesque. You can give it a go.
Arabesque.
Arabesque.
Okay.
So lift
Okay.
your leg nice and long. Oh, Pastor Ruben, you're a natural. Okay, let's try one more thing. What you're gonna give me is some nice little hops. You're gonna point your toes, nice soft arms again.
Okay.
Ready? Hopping back and forth. Amazing. Awesome. Let's try one more thing. You're gonna give me as many spins as you can, up on your toes.
Oh, the spins?
Around and around, lots of turns. Nice soft arms. Keep going, keep going. Guess I better pop.
Hey, Gracie, it's me, Pastor Adam. Pastor Ruben and I have been playing dress-ups all morning. Do you like playing dress-ups?
Yes.
What's your favourite costume to dress up in?
Rapunzel.
Oh, that's a good one. With nice long hair.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And even I have a second one. It is Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Oh, so real strong. Stars and red and blue. Very nice, very nice. Why do you think people like dressing up?
Because it's fun.
It is fun. Do you ever dress up for like a party or for school or anything?
Well, I dress up for school because for book week.
Ah, book week. Yeah, that's a great time to dress. Do you guys at home ever dress up for book week? It's pretty exciting. Who did you dress up as?
I dressed up as Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat. Oh, that's amazing. Do you know what? If we were in costume and if we were dressed up in disguise so that nobody else recognised us, that God would still know who you were?
Yeah.
Did you know that? That's amazing because God doesn't look at our face to work out who we are. He looks at our heart to know who we are. Because it doesn't matter how we look on the outside, whether we're handsome or beautiful or strong or talented or whether we're really good at singing Justin Bieber songs or not. What God does is He looks at our heart, and that's what determines who we are. How amazing is that?
Really cool.
Actually, we've got a story coming up where we're going to learn about somebody who gets chosen by God for a very important job, not because of how he looks, but because of who he was on the inside. Do you want to go check it out?
Yeah.
All right, let's pop.
This story is called Samuel Chooses. Now the first king of Israel was a man named Saul. He was a mighty warrior, handsome and strong, but he'd done some things which upset God. He had lost God's favor, and so a new king needed to be selected, and God knew just the man to do this. His name was Samuel. Now Samuel was a wise man who had learnt to hear from God, and the people of Israel relied on him to let them know what God was thinking. So he was given the task of choosing the new king of Israel. Samuel started to think of all the mighty men of Israel. He considered which of them God would choose. But it was going to be a tough decision. Could it be Hemsworth from the Bay Area, or maybe Bieberus from Maple Grove? God decided to help Samuel out and narrow the field. So he let Samuel know that the next king would be one of Jesse's sons. Samuel knew Jesse well, so he grabbed his oil, his satchel, and headed off to anoint the new king. When Samuel got to Jesse's house, Jesse was waiting and welcomed him in. Jesse knew exactly why Samuel was there, and he was excited to see which of his sons would be chosen. Samuel sat down beside the catwalk that Jesse had conveniently constructed for the occasion. One by one, Jesse paraded his sons before Samuel. First up was Eliab. He was the eldest. He was tall and handsome, and he could bench press a cow. But Samuel said, no. Abinadab was next. His friends called him Dad, and he was super handsome. All the ladies swooned when he walked into the room. But again, Samuel said no. Shemaiah was next to strut the catwalk. Now Shemaiah had moves. The boy could dance. He moonwalked, he did the worm, and he finished with a bit of orange justice. But again, Samuel said no. Jesse brought all his sons out one by one. The strong one, the handsome one, the talented, the wealthy, the fashionable, and the intelligent one. Each time God said to Samuel, he's not the one. So Samuel was confused why he hadn't found the king yet. Is this all your sons? Asked Samuel. Jesse said, yes. But then he remembered about David. Actually, he said, I have one more. He's a little bit weird. He spends all his time talking to sheep and throwing stones and singing out loud. He's young and short, and he's not very strong. Bring him to me, Samuel demanded, because unlike us, God doesn't look at what man looks like, but he looks at his heart. So Jesse sent for David. David arrived in the doorway. He was puffing, he was sweaty, and he had sheep poop on the bottom of his sandals. Looking around the room, all his brothers seemed cranky at him as they stood there with their arms crossed. Sup? David asked. Samuel smiled. This little boy who talks to sheep, sings to himself, and spends all day throwing stones, Samuel started, has been seen by God, found favor with God, and has been chosen by God to be the next king of Israel. Jesse couldn't believe it. Eliab passed out, Dab started to cry, and Shemaiah ran out the door. Samuel poured oil on his head, as was the tradition, and prayed a blessing over him. David had been chosen, not because of how he looked, and regardless of how he dressed, or whether or not he could dance. So never forget, it's not what we look like on the outside. It's not about our talents, our strength, or our size that catches God's eye. It's our heart.
Hey kids, how fun was today speaking with little Grace and learning about Samuel and little David? And hey, how fun was face painting?
Hey, talking about fun, how funny was watching Pastor Ruben in a tutu learning to do ballet? That was hilarious. Hey, we're about to wrap up. Before we go, we'd love to pray for you guys. So how about you close your eyes, bow your heads. Lord God, we thank you that you know who we are on the inside. We thank you that you have given us special talents and abilities to reach this world for you, Lord God. We pray that you create and prepare a path for us to walk and keep us safe. In Jesus' name, we all said really, really loud, Amen. Anyway, that's it. If you want to get hold of us, don't forget to get Mum and Dad to help you email us at kids@citipointechurch.com. You can ask us any questions, send us videos of your own costume, or maybe dare Pastor Ruben to a funny challenge. That would be cool. Anyway, we'll catch you next time on Citipointe Kids Online.
Let's pop.
Let's pop.